ladies, I am back, and this is something that I mentioned in a previous video I was going to share with you. I wanted to complete a full month before I shared whether or not it was working or whatever, because things can kind of fall apart. Just because it goes well week 1 doesn't mean that week 2 through 4 will be a success. So I wanted to give it a proper run through before I said, oh yes, this is definitely working. So how it all started was, it was kind of one of those necessity is the mother of invention type things. I switched, January was the first month that I got the pocket size insert from Coco Daisy. I had been in the standard size, but it wasn't getting used. So I switched to the pocket size. I used it practically every day in December, but because I had my journal in here to put all my stickers and random notes and pieces of washi tape, I didn't need this anymore. And as you know, the 1407 planners, their kit comes with the month with your 5 weeks and your monthly spread and then some notes, and then it comes with a plain dot grid insert to use however you like. And I kind of felt like, okay, well, I need to use it for something. So I decided, why not a tracker? Because I've been watching a lot of bullet journaling videos and I kind of wanted to do that a little bit. And I knew that my current tracker situation just wasn't working for me anymore. So I figured, what's the worst that can happen? I have another month where things don't get tracked. So I just drew this out and I went for it, and it really did work for the most part. This week was a pretty good success, and I'm going to explain why that is. So I do track kind of odd things, but I'm a celiac, so I have a lot of problems with my teeth as a result. So yes, I am neurotic. I track my flossing. That's important to me. Like, these things need to be in there for me. And my husband works very erratic, kind of a schedule. And so I try to spend some time with him every day, and with the way his schedule it is, I might have a whole week with him home, and I might not see him for days at a time. So we're aiming for all smiley faces, and well, we have like a frowny face here, but you'll kind of see as we go through. I kind of changed what I was putting in here, happy faces, hearts, smiley faces, like different things like that, to see what worked. So yes, and I wanted to track working on YouTube and Instagram, and this is a little more manageable. Like, I'm not doing something every day, it's just 5 days. The goal is to just get something done on one of them. And what I found works the best is, because I'm not just locked in, it's just a plain tracker, and then if I want to write notes, I have to go to a different insert. I have everything right here. I have space to do that. So when I set this up, I did not do like a month's worth of trackers just all at once. I do that when I'm setting up my planner for the week, so that if I need to write on the next page, I can. And then this, it went okay. It was good, not great. So I will be making changes in January. But this is something that I tried, and I actually do like it, and I will come back in January to show you the changes I've made and if it's still working or not. So if this is something that you want to try out, you can kind of follow along and maybe get some ideas. So then, okay, yeah, like I felt like the hearts weren't working. And so I switched to smiley faces, because I was like, well, we had a bad day, so like we're fighting. So I put a frowny face. So then I went and I put smiley faces, and then apparently I forgot what I was doing, and I put a heart, and then I went back to smiley faces, and you'll see this really fall apart later on. But yeah, this wasn't as good of a week. I wasn't like on top of things, but I didn't really have to write a lot of notes. But again, this is something that I loved. I knew I was going to need to add in antibiotics and like an antiseptic rinse because I was having oral surgery. So I was able to add that so that I remember. And the brilliant thing about this is, like, when you are on antibiotics, yes, you might want to add that into your tracker, but maybe you have one that's like for the whole month. A lot of them are like that. You just the whole month. It's not just necessarily a week. And then, so you've got this just like blip in the middle, and it can get confusing. So I like that I can kind of customize it for me. So you can see for the next one, I didn't start on a Monday. I was supposed to start 2 days prior to surgery. So I was able to just kind of make that work for me. And then like this, I needed to know how long I'm going to be on this. And I stopped taking the Flonase. So like you can kind of see I stopped here and then I just didn't do it. So I'm like, you know what? I don't need it right now. So I was able to remember, okay, don't put that in for the next week. And yeah, then I'm back to like all smiley faces and then hearts. And then, yeah. Now I'm all smiley faces. I don't know what's going on. I'm hoping to get like a system at some point that works a little more consistent. I might keep just the smiley faces for my husband. So smiley face, happy face, and then do the hearts for everything else because they're fun. But yes, this is working really well. Even though I don't necessarily do like other tracking in here, it is working. And I did like that I wanted to do a go bag, and this isn't something that I would put like in the note section. It's not something that I would put in my journal. So I need a place for it, and this kind of seemed like the logical thing. So this is not exactly a full brain dump, but I can make it work. And then I always have so many clips in my planner that, like, you know, I can flip back and forth. And I have these, like, I have them set up usually so that they will stick together, so that when I'm in the store, like, it doesn't just fall open and everyone can see like my weekly spread or something like that. So yes, this is working. And what was like kind of a lucky break for me is for December, I only used half the planner. So, or half the insert. So what I'm going to do is I'm gonna kind of use this other half for taking notes on what I felt like worked and didn't work and what I want to make change, and drawing up a few samples so that I can just keep this one as a reference. So if I get back off track again, I can kind of just pull this one out and go back to zero and say, okay, this is what was working, this is what I found helpful, and I can kind of go from there. Because if I get off track, things just delve into chaos really fast. And little things like this help me. So yeah, I hope you guys liked this video, and I will be back next month to show you how this month, January, went, and the adjustments I've made. All right, see you guys next time. Bye.